Hey guys, welcome to Is This Okay? Where we talk about things that are happening in the world wondering if it's okay. I'm Nyla.
I'm Becky.
I'm Daisha.
I'm Morgan.
I'm Quasi.
Yeah, Quasi.
Hi guys.
I just realized it's like The View with like a male guest.
Yeah.
So today we're gonna talk about how do you separate the person from their art when the person can sometimes be problematic in their life, but the work that they've done is really important or something that's very valuable. What sparked this discussion was Nate Parker and Birth of a Nation. You have Nate Parker who took this very important slave revolt story, and so this is a very monumental film for the Black community, but 17 years ago, Nate Parker was caught up in a rape charge allegation.
I mean, he was acquitted of rape, essentially, 17 years ago.
I think the reason why the question or the discussion of today is more about a broader scope of it is because with any one of these particular things, you never can know exactly for sure if the person did it.
It happened, and this woman is not here anymore to talk about what happened. And she's not here as a result of that experience.
He wrote a letter about that as well. I think showing empathy.
He has not shown an ounce of empathy. He's like, I'm not gonna say sorry. It sucks that that happened to you or you think that's what happened to you, but I'm not going to apologize. I was leaning towards like, this film is important, so like I'll probably go see it. And then I read the article where he's like, I'm not saying sorry. And I was like, well, now I'm all up in my feels again and I don't know how I feel.
Well, I'm gonna go see the movie for sure. Nate Parker is not my friend. You know, he's someone who puts something on screen that I think is important to see.
Where do you personally draw the line between I like your art, but you're a shitty person? What is considered supporting? Like I know people who will like, I don't turn Chris Brown off in like the car if it's on the radio, but I won't buy his album.
I'm like that with hip hop in general. Like for me, I'm not going to pay for the music. I'm not gonna give someone money to take that money and then oppress me. But I mean, if it's there, like I'm not gonna throw a hissy fit about it.
When we say like support an artist, we probably mean in some way like buying the song, going to a concert. I would continue to purchase Michael Jackson songs on iTunes. I feel a little weird about that sometimes.
But was he convicted?
He wasn't though.
Exactly, and that's the weird part, right? It's like because of someone with so much power and so much influence, but then again, he could be someone who did something so horribly wrong.
If you're trying to like debate with yourself whether or not to like go see that movie or go support that artist that did something, then are you background checking every artist that you support?
All situations are totally different. And again, I don't have like the facts on the Nate Parker story. Something terrible happened for sure.
Is there an artist that you can think of that's done something that in your opinion you still feel okay supporting their work?
I saw the pianist that Polanski did.
Yeah.
Didn't know Polanski did the things he did, right? It's like, man, that's a horrible person. But the pianist was a dope film.
And like, here's the thing though for me is that like, it's one thing if you're not aware of someone doing something terrible and you've already supported the art, that's one thing. But it's hard for me to consciously know what has happened and then still feel like I can support that.
You want to see some remorse, like Roman Polanski emailed his victim years later and apologized.
I wonder how much more comfortable I would be going to see it if he just spoke more openly and sensitively about it.
I think that especially as a Black person, it's really hard because I feel like at the end of the day, when it's a Black figure, I'm forced to choose between my Blackness or like supporting a fucked up thing.
When Tyra Banks was like, we were all rooting for you. Like, that's how I felt.
Yes, I feel that.
I was like, yo, like, are you kidding me? Like, we were all rooting for you. And the thing about it is like, I was so ready. I was like, yes, people are excited about it because it's educational and it's about Black folk who are unapologetic. And that's something that we need today. But then this came up and I'm like, there's no way that I can support this.
I felt this way about Straight Outta Compton too. Like, I was so here for it, especially as someone who loves hip hop. And then to find out about all the Dr. Dre and the women beating things and then the casting call, and I was like, I can't give you my money because again, money is power.
There also needs to be more gray. It was actually a really wise thing that Daisha said. And I was like telling her that I was really upset by something Beyonce did. I felt bad about that because I still liked Beyonce. And Daisha was like, you can like her as an artist and a person and not be okay with everything that she does.
It's hard too because like his one terrible mistake is a reflection upon everybody who was a part of the film.
Right.
So like people who are choosing not to see it like me, I'm well aware that I am not supporting the cast, the crew, you know, everyone else. And a part of me is like, damn, that sucks because like I want, I love Gabrielle Union. You know, like I'm sure the crew like worked hard. They were like, you know, like this was a long journey.
You can always argue that you going to see the movie doesn't make that much of a difference, but it's just that much more admirable to take your own personal stand against it.
I'm gonna go see the film. What I can take away from this is just I can just learn from like his situation.
I mean, I think it's a pretty fucked situation.
Yeah.
I think that Birth of a Nation is going to be an incredibly important film,
Yeah.
and I think that it's really fucked that it's entrenched in this tragedy.
Are you gonna see it?
I'm gonna Netflix it.
I love how we act like that's really sticking it to them.
I am. I'm gonna Netflix that movie. I can't separate art from artists.
Yeah, I can't either. I think that I'm not gonna see the movie. I can't. I'm not gonna Netflix it. I'm not gonna give my money to it.
You know that if tomorrow every guy who was ever charged with being an asshole and woman, people stopped supporting their art, you know people would take a lot more. They would think a lot more before they did stuff.
I think this has definitely taught me to look into people and who they are before I support them. Quasi, thanks for joining us today. Yeah. All right, guys, so you know what to do. Leave your comments below, and we'll see you next week.